Exclusive, Colombia's total peace crumbles a national failure. The audacious total peace strategy championed by Colombian President Gustavo Petro is unraveling, plunging the nation back towards the precipice of its violent past. This explosive revelation comes from an exclusive interview with Juan Manuel Santos, the architect of the landmark 2016 peace deal that, for a time, offered a glimmer of hope to a nation scarred by decades of conflict. Santos, whose negotiation with the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, Farc, then the Western Hemisphere's most formidable guerrilla insurgency, disarmed 7,000 combatants and ignited a fragile promise of peace, now paints a bleak picture of a nation teetering on the brink. His assessment is stark, a resounding national failure. The meticulously crafted peace accord, a monumental achievement hailed globally, has been eroded by a complex interplay of factors, leaving Colombia vulnerable to a resurgence of the very violence it sought to eradicate. The vacuum left by the Farc's disarmament has been rapidly filled by a proliferation of new armed groups, each vying for control of lucrative illegal enterprises. These opportunistic factions, emboldened by the instability, are engaged in a brutal power struggle, carving up territory and fueling a relentless cycle of bloodshed. The cocaine trade, illegal mining, and extortion rackets serve as the lifeblood of these insurgent groups, their operations fueled by an insatiable greed for power and profit. These criminal enterprises are not merely engaging in turf wars, they are actively undermining the very foundations of Colombian society, sowing terror and insecurity across the nation. The consequences are devastating, with a dramatic surge in violence impacting countless innocent lives. Petro's Total Peace initiative, intended to build upon the progress achieved under Santos, has faltered significantly. Negotiations with various armed groups have yielded minimal results, repeatedly stalled by the rebels' blatant disregard for human life. Kidnappings, once a grim symbol of Colombia's darkest days, are again on the rise. The chilling statistics speak for themselves. A staggering 79% increase in kidnappings since Petro's ascension to power, a 1,000-fold surge in child recruitment within the past 4 years. These figures represent not just numbers, they are human tragedies, children robbed of their innocence and futures, families torn apart by the resurgence of violence. The grim reality paints a stark contrast to the optimistic vision of a peaceful future. The Human Rights Ombudsman's data reveals a chilling truth. Criminal groups are seizing control of territory at an alarming rate, surpassing even the expansion witnessed under the Duque administration. The ELN, a significant insurgent group, now operates in 23% more municipalities than in 2022. The right-wing Gulf Clan, notorious for its brutality, has extended its reach by an even more alarming 54%. The recent curfew imposed on the border city of Cúcuta, home to 1 million people, further exemplifies the deteriorating security situation. The attack on police stations and toll booths by ELN fighters, employing car bombs and machine guns, underscores the escalation of violence and the rebels' brazen disregard for civilian lives. These acts of terror are not isolated incidents. They are indicative of a larger pattern of escalating violence and the government's struggle to maintain control. The once promising path towards peace now appears fraught with peril, a stark reminder of the fragility of progress and the persistent challenges facing Colombia. The Total Peace initiative, once a beacon of hope, is now a battleground, its failure echoing through the streets and mountains of a nation struggling to escape its violent past. The question now hangs heavy in the air. Can Colombia reclaim its hard-won peace, or is it destined to repeat the mistakes of its bloody history? The answer remains elusive, shrouded in the shadows of a nation grappling with a resurgence of violence and the shattered dreams of a lasting peace.